Welcome to the Sorcery Podcast, your sacred space to delve into spiritual tools, topics, and practices that will illuminate your path of soul remembering and healing. I'm your host, Ligia Costa, a soul guide, alchemist, soul writing coach, and the creator of the Trust Pathway. I'm deeply grateful to have you here with me. Together, we will embark on a profound exploration of self-discovery and healing, unlocking the secrets that lie within. Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Sorcery Podcast. And today we are going to talk about something that might hit close to home for many of us, and is the Sisterhood Wound, also known as the Witch Wound. And this is a concept that's deeply rooted in history and psychology, and is still affecting the way women perceive and interact with each other today. You may have heard phrases like, women cannot be trusted, or women don't support other women. And perhaps you even felt that you get along better with males than with females. And these feelings often stem from a very complex web of emotions and beliefs, leading to this phenomenon that is the witch wound. I touched on this briefly in another episode, and today I would like to go a little bit deeper. So, this wound is often invisible or unconscious, but it's powerfully present in our lives, and it manifests in various ways as well. It's seen in our struggles to form close relationships, especially with other women, in our inability to trust others fully, and again, especially other women, and in the wounds of betrayal that haunt us. And so the witch wound shows up as pain, distrust, competition, comparison, cattiness, fear, and judgment. We tend to judge other women more than we do to men, right? We judge how other women dress, we judge their image, their weight, their hair, their makeup, their decisions, if they are good mothers, if they are very focused on a career and not giving attention to their family or even starting a family. We judge how many relationships they have, if they jump from one relationship to another. We judge the way they show up online, if they brag, if they are overconfident, if they are too much. We keep judging other women. We keep comparing ourselves with other women, our lives to other women, what we have and what other women have. And it's not only with women that we don't know. It's not only with women that are like celebrities or influencers or virtual friends. We also do it with close women in our lives. We also do it with our sisters and our friends and our co-workers. There is always this gossip, this cattiness, this competition between women. But here's the crucial thing to understand. This is not your fault. This is very unconscious and so deeply rooted in our DNA. And why? Well, you may have heard about the witch hunts and how throughout history women have been pitted against each other. How women were persecuted and turned against one another. And this wound passed down through generations and it's been engraved in our DNA and shaped our perceptions and interactions with other women. But there is still hope And the first step towards healing this witch wound, this sisterhood wound, is acknowledge that it exists, that it is a real thing, and understanding how and why it originated. And you can start by doing some inner work around it. And this is a process that it's often called shadow work, which involves delving into the deepest, darkest parts of ourselves and bring them into the light. It is about confronting our fears and our insecurities and past traumas. Also, healing the witch wound requires working on forgiveness and mending our hearts. It is about acceptance, accepting ourselves and also accepting other women without the need to judge them, without the need to gossip, to being catty about it. And setting boundaries is also very important because they protect us and allow us to engage in relationships in a more healthy and respectful way. Boundaries are not meant to be there to put up a wall between us and other people or uncomfortable situations. Boundaries, healthy boundaries, are there to allow for us to respect our emotions and respect our needs, and in the same way that we can interact with other people and engage with them in a more healthy way, where it is clearly communicated what we are open to and what we are not. And sometimes this means that we might need to let go of relationships that are no longer serving our highest good. Not all friendships are meant to last forever, and that is okay. As I always say, people come into our lives for 3 reasons. They come into our life for a reason, for a season, or for a lifetime. Few relationships are meant to be for a lifetime. Even blood relationships don't mean that they are meant to last forever. Some relationships come into our life for a reason. It might be for the reason of helping us grow and find our soul calling, find our passions, our desires, to feel loved, to be loved, or even to trigger us. There are a lot of relationships that are meant to come into our lives for the reason of helping us in our healing by triggering us, by triggering or activating wounds that need healing. And there are relationships that come for a season. And this might be that it is a phase of our lives that we need support or guidance, and that relationship comes into our life for that season, for that support, for that phase in our lives that we need the connection and the healing that comes from that relationship. So tuning in with our intuition can guide us in understanding which relationships serve our growth and which ones are blocking it. But most importantly, healing the witch wound starts by trusting yourself first and loving yourself first. Because when we love and trust ourselves, we can extend that love and extend that trust to others. It is about breaking the cycle of distrust, of competition, and instead fostering a sense of sisterhood and support among women. If you are interested, I recorded a podcast episode all about trust. Just go into my website www.ligiacosta.co.uk/the and you'll be able to see all the show notes for all the podcasts and the links to listen to the episodes on your favorite audio player. So, as we wrap up today's episode, I want to leave you with a thought. The witch wound might be a part of our history, and is a very real part of our history and how the collective trauma can affect generations and generations. But it doesn't have to define our future. And by doing the inner work, by forgiving, by accepting, by setting boundaries, we can heal not only ourselves, but also contribute to healing the collective wound of the sisterhood, so that our children and the generations to come don't feel this wound so deeply. It's our responsibility to change this narrative, to heal this part of our history that was sad and was very traumatic and very wrong in so many ways. But we can reclaim our power now and change the narrative of the future for our future generations. We might not see that change whilst we're still here in this plane, but we can contribute to change the future for our children. Before I love you and leave you, I have a soul inquiry from the Trust Journaling deck, and the card that I pulled is from the Soul Suite and is: do I regularly allow myself to see the possibilities around me? Do I regularly allow myself to see the possibilities around me? And the affirmation is: I can think and dream in unlimited ways. Thank you so much for joining me today on this journey of exploration and healing. If you'd like to be part of a sisterhood that has no judgment, no cattiness, no competition whatsoever, feel free to join my free Facebook group, The Realm of the Goddess. I go live every week in a very casual way to talk about behind the scenes, what's going on in my life, to show a bit of the true raw life of my work and my personal life as well. I do monthly free oracle readings as well in the group. And there are many opportunities for discussion, for tuning in with your intuition. There is a library of free trainings in the group as well. And it's a place of connection. It's a place that you can feel safe and you can find fellow sisters that are on the same journey. I will leave the link in the show notes of this episode. I think I always share the link in all episodes, but I will make sure I highlight it so you don't miss the link to join the Facebook group, The Realm of the Goddess. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you for listening to the Sorcery Podcast and for holding space for this conversation. It is truly magical to be able to walk with you on this journey of soul healing and inner transformation. If you resonated with this episode and found it valuable, I would be grateful if you could leave a review on iTunes. Your feedback helps me reach more souls searching for guidance and healing. For more guidance and soul wisdom to support soul awakening women through the journey of alchemy, please visit my website www.ligiacosta.co.uk. Love and healing to all. See you on the next one.